this video we're going to have a simple wiring diagram showing how we can do race lights going 3 reds and then a green. For this electrical circuit we'll need 9 electrical branches, 4 blockers, 3 timers, 1 smart switch, 1 green industrial wall light and 3 red industrial wall lights. I'll include a link to Rustrition at the end of the video. And with that out of the way, let's get with the wiring. So we make that red. We're going to go along to the smart switch to start with. So I just tidy that up slightly. Right, from this smart switch we go along to the first branch. And then we set this to 10. From here we go along to the next branch. And we set this one to 5. And then using a red wire, trying to keep this nice and tidy, along to the third branch. And we're going to set this one to 2. And on the left hand side of this one we'll take this along to the branch. I'll tidy that up a little bit. And then from the blocker we'll take this along to the top branch. And we're going to set this one to 1. And then from the left hand side we go along and into the top red light, industrial light. Right, we're just going to change colour now to purple. And then this one goes down to the branch below it. Right, this one we're going to set to 1 as well. Right, and then from the change colour to red. Right, this will go along to the blocker right next to it. Not entirely sure why that light just went off. It shouldn't have. Right, into that blocker. And then from the right hand side, which we'll just change the colour here to purple again. This then goes to the blocker underneath that. Right, so we'll take this one, we'll change it to red, and then we'll take this across the second red light. And on this one, change it to purple. This will go along to the third. Oh, let's just tidy this up a little bit. So that goes to the third red light. Right. That's all the power to the red light sorted. So let's now just start with the timers. So we change the colour to yellow. And the first one out on the right hand side, this will go along to the first branch down here. And then from here on the left hand side we'll go along and we'll go into the toggle of the first timer. Right, we'll now change the colour to green. And this then goes into the power in on the timer. Now from the timer out we're going to go try and keep the wires relatively tidy. Probably down there. Along to the first input on the green light blocker. Right. Now change colour to purple. This then goes out from this one and we'll go into the next branch along. And then on the left hand side, oh hang on, we'll have to change this to 1, and this branch will change to 3, this branch to 1. Right, so we'll take the power out on this one, Now I take the power out the left hand side, and this one goes along to the branch in front of the next timer. Right, and we'll set this one to 1. Right, the right hand side, we'll take this, we'll change it to purple, and we'll take this along to the next branch. Okay, and this one's been set to 1, so this one goes out on the left hand side and to the toggle on the timer. And then on the right hand side, we go through to the power. We'll change colour to yellow. Right, now on the output, we're going to take this around to the first blocker on the thing. So we'll try and get the wires relatively tidy, and then go up to the block on this blocker. Right, now let's do the next branch. So we'll change the colour to pink. Sorry. This one goes along to the toggle on the timer. And then we're going to change the colour here to yellow. This then goes to the power in on the next timer. And then this one will go to that branch. So we'll just put it across. I'll level up the cable so it doesn't look too scruffy. Right. So this one we're going to set to, oops, hang on 1 second. Wait for this to go down. The first timer we set to a time of 6. Second timer we set to the timer of 2, and the third timer we set to 4. Right. Let's have a look and see what we're doing next. Alright, so it's the power. So we will take we've got this set on the wrong side, so 1 second. We'll because this should have gone at the right hand side. So we'll disconnect this and reconnect it into the right hand side. Change this colour to blue, and this wire, again trying to keep the wires relatively tidy, goes all the way along and into the bottom blocker. And then from this blocker we go into the green light. Try and keep it tidy. Put it in. And then on the output we're going to go along and put it into the very first blocker. So try and line these up so the cables aren't overlapping too much. And come on, into this blocker here. So now if we try this out, we'll try and get the right angle. We'll turn the switch off, turn the switch on, and it goes red, 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 and then turns all the reds off and tells you to go. Right, so that's how you do it with just one set of lights. If you want to use multiple sets of lights, I'd change each of those lights to a transmitter on successive frequencies, and we'll show you what we can do in a second. So this will be adding an additional sign on. So all we need is 2 batteries. The output, this one goes to this branch. Doesn't really need to go to this branch. It could go straight to the receiver. But the receiver you'd set to the first red light, and then it goes to the toggle. So from the receiver you go up to the toggle. Then on the second battery you go up to the timer, and then we go round to the sign. Now on the sign, make sure the first frame is a 1, second frame is a 2, third frame is a 3, and then the last 2 frames you make sure they're identical with go. And then what we're going to do, we're going to make sure that this sign is changed every 2 seconds. So let's make sure it's set to every 2 seconds. Just close that. Now we'll go back and just test it. And there we go. It's showing it, and then as soon as the timer has gone through, which the timer you do set to 7.25 to make sure it turns off and it doesn't cycle through the figures again. I usually try and hold a race or in the second week after a wipe on Aqua main. Prizes can typically consist of skins and even cash prizes. This is not a paid promotion for this server, it's just something I enjoy doing for fun. Everyone's welcome, there's no entry fee, you just need to arrive in a car of your own design. There's also no rules for the race, other than staying on the course and not shooting anyone before the green light. So there's plenty of PvP. We even had people flying around in attack helis trying to shoot up the competitors, or roadblocks even.